Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video will be a book unhaul. I recently did a video where I kind of reorganized this room and cleaned it up and kind of redecorated, and I did take off a couple of books from my shelves, and I have officially decided which ones I'm unhauling, which ones I'm keeping and putting in storage. So I thought I would go ahead and do my book unhaul. I don't even know how many books I'm getting rid of, but I have a decent amount of read books that I'm getting rid of, as well as unread books. I'm getting rid of more read books, to be honest. A lot of them are quite old. I have such an attachment to my books that it's really hard to get rid of books that I've already read, even if I didn't like them. I just like to keep them in my collection. So I feel very proud that I'm actually getting rid of some. I don't know what I'm going to do with these books just yet. I am probably going to put them in my garage, but I am hoping to either sell them or donate them. I have been thinking about doing a Depop, but I just know that that's a lot of work. I would maybe just rather donate them, so we'll see. But I need to get them out of my house, and I know that I don't want these ones anymore, so it'll be easy to just put them in my garage and not look at them for a while. I might decide what to do with them if I move this year, but for now they're just going to stay in my garage with the intention of eventually actually getting rid of them. I'm going to start with the read pile first. So all of these I have read before, and obviously I didn't love that much, so there's no point in me holding on to them. I have the Lux by Anna Godberson. This is a YA historical fiction. This is like Gossip Girl meets historical fiction. I just obviously didn't love it that much, so I might as well get rid of it. The cover is pretty though. This whole series has like very beautiful dress covers. I'm getting rid of Beautiful Oblivion by Jamie McGuire. This is, I think, like the first book in her Maddox Brothers series, which I didn't even like this book. I didn't even really like that series. I don't like Jamie McGuire, so I'm just going to get rid of this. I am still keeping my copy of Beautiful Disaster because I'm very emotionally attached to that book, but I don't want to own this, so I'm getting rid of it. I'm going to get rid of Exquisite Captive by Heather Demetrios. This I've had for years. It's like a YA fantasy. I don't really remember anything about this. I remember people like romanticizing the villain, and I just thought he was awful. So I never continued the series. Don't care about this, so I'm getting rid of it. I'm going to part ways with this Dark Endeavor by Kenneth Opel. This I actually bought for like $5. This is like a gothic Frankenstein kind of like retelling, sort of. I love the vibes of this book, but I just didn't really enjoy this book, so I'm gonna part ways with it. I'm gonna get rid of Tonight the Streets Are Ours by Layla Sales. This is a YA contemporary. I don't remember anything about this. It just didn't really stick with me, so I might as well get rid of this. I feel like a lot of the YA contemporary that I have read has been very just basic, and I feel like a lot of it isn't memorable for me, so I might as well just part with a lot of them. So this was definitely one that I don't remember anything about. Same with How to Keep a Boy from Kissing You by Tara Eglinton. This, I remember being obsessed with the cover and like wanting to read this book because of the cover. And I do remember this book being cute, but I didn't love it as much as I had hoped. I'm getting rid of Saint Anything by Sarah Dessen. This is the only Sarah Dessen book that I have ever read. I liked it, but I'm never going to reread this, and I just don't have an interest in any Sarah Dessen books, so I might as well part ways with this one. I'm gonna get rid of Ruby Red by Kristen Gear. I remember when this series was super popular back in the day. I bought it because of that. I also watched the movie, which I actually enjoyed the movie, but I just read the first book. I never continued. I had no interest in continuing, so I think it's time to get rid of this one. So those are all the books that I've already read that I'm going to get rid of. Now onto the unread books that I want to get rid of. A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is the second book in the Blood and Ash series. I honestly really didn't like the first book. I didn't understand it. I found it super confusing. I didn't feel any emotional attachment to the characters, but I love JLA, so I bought this book and I was hoping to eventually continue the series, but I don't love it enough to continue. And I've also heard really bad things about like the fourth book. I think I've heard bad things from people I trust and who have very similar taste as me and who have been big JLA fans since like the beginning, like I have, and I really trust their opinion, so I don't think I'm going to enjoy the series later on, so there's no point in me holding on to this second book. I'm officially getting rid of Tools of Engagement by Tessa Bailey. This is the third book in the Hot and Hammered series. As you can see, I have a bookmark in here because I did start reading it. I made it to page 18 and I put it down and never picked it back up. Tessa Bailey is just genuinely not the author for me. I really don't enjoy her writing and I don't really care for her characters that much. I did somewhat enjoy Fix Her Up and Love Her or Lose Her, but I don't care to continue the series and read this book, and I'm just not into Tessa Bailey, so I'm gonna get rid of this one officially. I'm gonna get rid of Inland by Kat Rosenfield. This I don't really have any interest in reading. I also feel like I remember hearing some bad things about this author, but I tried to research it again and I couldn't find anything, so I don't know if I maybe like misread or misheard something, but I'm very picky with YA nowadays, so I might as well just get rid of this. I'm gonna get rid of My Unscripted Life by Lauren Morrill. I honestly have heard kind of bad things about. I don't think it has a very high rating on Goodreads, so I'm just going to get rid of this, even though it's super short and I probably could read it really fast. Again, I'm very picky with YA, so I might as well just donate this one. I'm going to get rid of 2 Katie Cotugno books. I have Fireworks and Top 10. These I actually won in a giveaway a really long time ago, and I never got around to reading them. This is also an ARC, so I'll probably just give this one away, or I might use it for like some journal stuff, some journal spreads. I'll just maybe rip the book apart. I don't know. I think I own How to Love in 99 Days by Katie Cotugno, and I haven't read those ones yet, but those ones I'm the most interested in, so I'm going to get rid of these. I've also heard mixed things about this author, so I don't even know if I'll like those 2 books, so I might as well just get rid of these ones. I'm going to get rid of The Truth About Cowboys by Lisa Renee Jones. I think I've already unhauled one of these copies. I ended up receiving 2 copies, which I'm assuming one was for a giveaway, but I never got around to doing that. I am just not interested in reading this book. Back when I first had publishers reach out to me, I would just say yes to every single book, and I don't do that anymore just because I don't tend to read a lot of the books that I get sent. I just feel like it's a huge responsibility to read ARCs or finished copies that publishers send you, and then I feel bad that I don't read them. So that's why I just don't request books anymore. I'd rather just pay for it and know that I want to read it at some point. Don't really enjoy cowboy romances, so I'm going to get rid of this one. Speaking of publishers, I have 3 other books that I received that I'm not interested in reading anymore. We have The Trouble with Christmas by Amy Andrews. This was from Entangled. And then I also have Nothing But Trouble from Amy Andrews as well. I was kind of interested in reading The Trouble with Christmas because I don't really read a lot of Christmas romances, but I tend not to enjoy third-person romances. I'm very picky with them, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of both of these. I'm going to part ways with Forever Starts Now by Stephanie London. This I was sent again from Entangled, which I do really appreciate. I appreciate that they've reached out to me and that they sent me books, but I am just no longer interested in this book. I think this was like the last book I actually accepted. I haven't accepted books in a really long time, and I don't really get unsolicited books that often. Yeah, I do feel bad for accepting this book, but I'm not going to read it. And then the last 2 books that I have for this unhaul are Disorderly Conduct and Too Beautiful to Break by Tessa Bailey. As I mentioned earlier, Tessa Bailey is just not the author for me, so I'm going to get rid of the 2 other books that I own by her. This one might be the first in the series. I think this is like the 4th book in the series. It was on sale for $5, so I bought it. As you know, mass market paperbacks tend to be like $10 in Canada, so $5 was a really great deal, but I'm not going to read these, and I would rather give them to somebody who actually likes Tessa Bailey and who would actually enjoy these. So I guess I got rid of 20 books, which I feel like is pretty good. I have a feeling I will do another unhaul sometime this year. I'm really itching to go through all of my books again. I really want to purge some of these books because I just feel like I have so many books that I know I'm never going to reread or that I actually didn't really like that much. And I know that there are a few on my TBR bookshelf in my bedroom that I know I'm not going to get to, so I should really get rid of those ones as well. So I probably will do another unhaul later this year, maybe in the summer, but I feel really good just getting rid of these 20 books to start. I feel like that's a really good starting point for me. But that was it for this book unhaul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know if you have gotten rid of any books recently and which ones you got rid of. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a like, subscribe, follow me on all my other social media, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.